in 1990 with Pod. It was a great album and it got really good reviews, but the band never made a dime off royalties because their American indie label declared bankruptcy just as payment was due. Now they're with 4AD in London, and they have a new album called Last Splash. Now, the Breeders featured twin sisters Kelly Deal and Kim Deal, formerly of the Pixies. But Kim doesn't like to talk about the demise of the Pixies or about Blackie Francis, now called Frank Black. But they haven't talked to each other since they played their final gig last year. At one point you said that you didn't want other people in the band to write, that you wouldn't allow them to evolve that way because it was your first band and you were the writer. Do you still feel that way?
Yes, absolutely.
Are you an egotist?
And a control freak.
I did the first single and we were like kind of, you know, new to it, and I think that after I sang the first single and he kind of thought, well, hey, this is just supposed to be a little gimmick here. She's not supposed to be a real singer, you know what I mean? So I think he kind of didn't like all the attention diverting. But now it's kind of, I'm more Bill Wyman-ish than anything else, you know? Fine. Is a set list okay? All right. You know, it's kind of, it's lame in a way, actually. But there I am. It'll be
Breeders, as a name, or a breeder, was an old gay term from about 10 years ago.
Right. That was a breeder. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. It meant a straight person.
That's exactly what it means. That's exactly what it's about. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, is this a sense of humor?
It might be.
You know, I think...
It might not be, right?
Kim thought it was, number one, it was really funny, you know, because, you know, gay people would, you know, oh. And secondly, the reason why they did that is, like, it was so repulsive to them. And she thought that was interesting because a lot of guys... oh my God, he's gay, oh, what a fag or something, you know, and is really repulsed by that. And it's so funny for homosexuals to also be repulsed by that. And I think she liked that.
Now, Jessica, is it you in the Safari video that's got that almost office suit on?
No, that's me.
Is that you?
Yes.
Boy, you look unbelievable.
She'd just come
I
home
just
from work.
came back from work and I couldn't put my rock clothes on.
How'd you get involved with Kim?
Kim Deal, my sister, who's not here because she's sleeping late and she's just basically a loser, but that's enough of that. She just called her. Our manager manages Sonic Youth. And so Kim just called our manager and said, do you think that Kim Gordon would want to do this? And she goes, I don't know, I'll ask. And then she started arranging these telephone calls and we just did it. She was so good.
I think it was because for the album Goo, they actually released
that's right.
a video for every song, so you can buy them, you know, like the whole album on video. And some of them look as though they were made for, you know, £5 or something, incredibly cheap videos. But they're really good and they're really funny. And
apparently Kim Gordon has something, although she didn't direct that stuff, she had a lot to do with the idea of it.
She seems like a cool person, I wonder if she would do it. And she did it in conjunction with Spike Jones, who writes for Dirt Magazine.
He does photography for Dirt Magazine.
Suggested topic number 47, New York shows with Sonic Youth and The Fall.
Well,
The Fall never showed up.
They never
didn't.
posted.
They never showed
Come
up?
on, guys.
pansies. They couldn't get it together, I don't think.
Was it a good show, though?
It was a very good show.
Yes.
We got to watch Kim Gordon
From the
move
side
on
of the stage.
See, I got to watch Thurston. Thurston got on the stage during our set and sat there on the side of the stage, and I was like, what, I'm supposed to play guitar now? Excuse me? Get off the stage.
You were a pedal of
Just
water.
needed to get yourself a screwdriver, a few pairs of pliers, something like that.
They do, they need to sing. He can make, and this is what Kim said, He can make his guitar meow.
I wanted to know what energy you unleash on stage when you're playing your tunes.
I get goosebumps, man.
I'm so busy.
She's got all those
Playing
pedals,
guitar,
all those 6
singing,
strings that she's got to deal with.
6 whole strings,
Yeah.
all mine. All those strings are my responsibility.
I know that.
You only got 4 strings.
Yes. And I'm only playing one of them at any one time.
But does it go beyond gender? Do you suddenly unleash...
No, we are not L7.
No.
Absolutely not. No, I couldn't play and do... I can't
She
walk.
can't play the guitar and deal with the pedals and do this.
No way. Remember yesterday when I messed up that lead to Iris? And it was because I was walking to hit a distortion pedal and I couldn't do
She
it at the
can't
same
walk
time.
and play at the same
No.
time either. It's as much as she can do.
No,
is
so-
play at the same time.
You know, but I'm enjoying myself and I think you can tell that. But as far as moving around and stuff, what do you do?
I'm just looking for a chair most of the time, actually.
When I first got, is there a resurgence of women in rock question, I pondered it, thought, I don't know, maybe there is. But then you start to catch on to things. And then somebody else says, this year is the year of the women. And then the next year is the year of the resurgence of women in rock. And then a few months later, you could do another interview. This is the time of resurgence of women in rock. So I have a sneaking suspicion that there is no resurgence of women in rock. They're just in it.